Hi everyone, I'm very excited to talk about the Medical Clinical Development Project today. I would like to introduce myself first. My name is SFarrokh. I am a clinical pharmacist by training and the project manager, and I have more than 10 years of experience in managing healthcare-related clinical projects. I also would like to introduce Dr. Jack Smith, who is the project champion for this project. To provide some overview, we initially were given $200,000 as our initial budget. We're also given 600 staff days, and the timeline for this project was 6 months. During this presentation, I will discuss our project approach, and I will discuss how we selected every component of our project. As you can see, our task development strategy is listed here, and all the details can be found in our WBS. But to provide some insight, to develop a medical facility, we identified regulatory research and compliance as our first task. This was truly considered to be the foundation of our project. It's impossible to design a medical facility without understanding the state and federal medical requirements. We then performed a market gap analysis to understand our patients and their needs better. And only after these two steps were completed, we're able to design our facility space and the staffing model. We then implemented our technological infrastructure and the cybersecurity implementation. And then lastly, we performed revenue projections after all the other steps were completed and also identified risk mitigation strategies. Our scheduled development strategy is shown here. We identified tasks that could happen simultaneously. For example, researching medical and state requirements and also contacting the Board of Medicine for any specific questions. We made sure that experts communicated on a daily basis so that we did not duplicate the work. As you can also see here, we implemented the critical pathway method, which means that tasks were prioritized and they were visualized, so the tasks that took the longest or the tasks that could be done first were clear to all of our team members. And then finally, as the project manager, I had daily oversight on our team members, and we made sure that all the deadlines for each milestone are clearly stated for our team members so that we can stay on track and we can stay within our budget and our scope. This is our resource estimation method section. As you can see, we use healthcare industry benchmarks for our cost estimation. We definitely hired excellent consultants to help with that. We also considered tariffs and inflation rates for these estimates, and the details and the breakdowns are also listed in this table below. Our team assignment logic was pretty simple. We used expertise-based allocation. Luckily, we had an amazing team and we had interviewed everyone extensively before they were hired into these positions. So Carla was our regulatory expert, Ben was our facility and market lead, Dan was the technology and IT expert, and Elsa was our operations manager. Stakeholder communication strategy was a multi-tiered communication approach. The mode and the frequency of our communication really depended on the individual involved and the task and the role that they had, the importance of the task, and the deadline for that specific milestone. For our team members and myself as the project manager, we required daily Microsoft Teams check-ins and also weekly in-person meetings. But then the requirement for the consultants were obviously different. They required weekly reports during the active research phase and then monthly updates after that. The biggest challenge with this project was the risk interdependency management. As you can see here, it was crucial to be able to manage interconnected healthcare regulatory risks where one change could trigger cascading effects across budget, scope, and time. So what did we learn? Cascade effects. As I mentioned before, medical licensing changes could change our entire budget planning and technological infrastructure, regulatory complexity. Healthcare projects require a lot of layered contingency planning, and also communication with stakeholders was key. Monthly state medical board communication became our most valuable risk mitigation strategy. So, in conclusion, proactive communication with stakeholders and risk mitigation strategies became our key success factors. Thank you so much for your time.